Hi friends! Welcome to our very first online writing lesson. I wish we were all together in our classroom, but this is the very next best thing. So today, our goal is that you are going to be able to write one paragraph with the help of a flow map, and that you're going to be able to use transition words, correct punctuation, and correct capital letters, okay? We are going to be writing a narrative, and a narrative is a story. Okay, they can be fiction or nonfiction, but ours is going to be about your story, kind of like a journal entry of what you've been doing lately. So we are going to create a primary source. A primary source is an original document or a film or a photograph, and it's created by the eyewitness, the person who is actually experiencing the event. And we are going to write about the pandemic that we are going through. And the pandemic is a widespread infectious disease that is going over many countries, continents, all over the world. So we're going to write about our experience that we're having now. Okay, so I want you to pretend and think that we're creating our very own I Survived books, just like the ones that you read in class about the people that survived things like going on the Titanic ship, okay? So we're going to think like that, and we're going to write our very own book, all right? So the first thing that we need to do, though, is make a flow map. So I want you to pause this video right now, and I want you to go and grab a piece of paper. It can be a blank piece of paper, a lined piece of paper, a coloring sheet, the back of something that already has words on it, just something that you can write on right now. So go get a piece of paper and a pencil and press play when you come back. So now that you have your piece of paper and your pen or pencil, we're going to remember how to fold these up so we can create our flow maps just like we did in class, okay? So take your piece of paper, hold it up like this. You're going to fold it in half. Remember, it's okay if it's not perfect. Fold that first line down, so it should look like this. Then fold it one more time. So now you have your skinny one. Go ahead and unfold it, and you should have all 4 of your sections, okay? We're going to have 3 big ideas today, and they're all going to be the same. So go ahead, and your first big idea is when you first heard of the virus. So go ahead and write down your first big idea and draw your square around it. Our second big idea that we're going to write about today is your reaction. So you're going to write my reaction. Draw your square around that one. And remember, you can pause this video at any point if I'm going too fast and you need to slow down. Your third big idea that you're going to write about is if you've had any changes in your routine. And draw your box around that one. So now we're going to fill out all our details. So when I first heard of the virus, it was about 1 month ago, and I read about it on the internet. Our next big idea that we need to write about is what your reaction was when you first found out about it. So my first reaction was that I was worried about the sick people. I wanted to know how I can help, but I was also trying to stay positive. Our third big idea that we need to write about is the changes that have been in our routines. So the first change in my routine is that I cannot go into work. The second change I had is that I'm going to be teaching online. And a third change in my routine is that I've been taking Toby on walks every single day. Next, we're going to add our introductory sentence. So remember, that can have it needs to be a hook, so it can have a story at the beginning, a fact, a quote, something that's going to make your reader want to read what you have to say next. So I think I'm going to start a little bit about a story, kind of like a journal entry, like I was writing just in a regular paper journal. So I'm going to say, Today is March 25th, 2020. I am writing this from home as I sit near my dog, Toby, due to the virus called COVID-19, period. Remember, every sentence you write needs to start with a capital and end with a period. Now we're ready for our conclusion. I'm going to say, to sum up, because remember, we need a transition word. Things look differently in my world right now, but I am staying positive and washing my hands a lot. Exclamation point. Now we're ready to add 3 transition words to our big ideas. I know we usually make those as 3 individual paragraphs, but today your flow map is just making 1. So I need you to think of transition words that would make sense all in 1 paragraph, because that's all we're writing today. Okay? So for my first big idea about when I first heard of the virus, I think the word first makes sense there. So on the top of my box, I'm going to write first and then put a circle around it so I remember it's there. For the next one, I think suddenly would make sense there, because I'm talking about how my reaction was when I first found out about it. And then I'm going to say as a result for the changes in my routine. You can use my same transition words or come up with your own, but you have to have 3. So now that we've created our flow map, we're ready to type. Remember, before you type, you can always do an oral rehearsal with your mom, dad, brother, dog, stuffed animal, if you want to practice reading through your flow map before you go ahead and put it on your Word document. So when you're ready to type, pull up a Google document, and you're just going to type 1 paragraph today to submit to me. Okay? So I've already gone ahead and taken my flow map and typed it up, so I'm going to read to you what I created by using my flow map. Okay? So here's how it sounds. Today is March 25th, 2020. I am writing this from home as I sit near my dog Toby due to the virus known as COVID-19. I first heard about the virus on the internet. I read an article about it a little over a month ago. Suddenly, my attitude changed. My initial reaction was to be worried about all the people that were sick. I wanted to know how I can help them and the people around me. I also tried to keep a positive attitude because I know just worrying will not help. As a result of the virus, my daily routine has changed. I am no longer able to go into work in my classroom. This means I am now teaching my students online from my house. I am also taking Toby on 1 or 2 walks every day instead of going to the gym. To sum up, things look differently in my world right now, but I am staying positive and washing my hands a lot. So yours should be something similar to that, but with your own ideas and your own thoughts. Because remember, we're writing a primary source, a narrative about how you are doing with your experience during this pandemic, okay? So if you need to, you can go back and rewatch this video as many times as you need, or you can email me with any questions. I've also put together a Word document that has all the steps you need, plus an example of my flow map and an example of my paragraph, and you can find all of that on Google Classroom, or send me a message if you need more help, okay? Before we end for the day, do you want to see how your fish are doing and meet Toby? I thought so. Let's go. Here's our fish tank. They're all doing well. I also added back in a couple of those Dalmatian mollies that we liked because I felt like it was looking a little empty. And you can see our baby snails are doing very well. I also learned that they like cucumbers, so I've been putting some of those in the tank for them to snack on, and the snails have been all over it. Ready to meet Toby now? Here's Toby. He says hi. He hopes you guys are doing a great job at home, taking care of all of your people, being kind, and washing your hands a lot. We miss you. I can't wait to read all of the things that you write. I'm excited to hear from you. Remember, don't forget, if you need any help, please ask me. I'm here for you. We can do a Zoom meeting like we did yesterday. We can talk on the phone. We can go back and forth on email. Whatever you need, okay? I miss you guys. Bye!